For me, Toronto, they got over that first round hump last year. And I think, that was such a big weight off their shoulders, maybe a little overly emotional because, it just took so long to happen that, maybe too many emotions ran into the second round. So, to me, they're trending in the right direction. Obviously, a lot of star power, a team that I think can win in the next couple of years, can win this year, can win in the next 3 years. So, that was basically my decision. I wanted to go to contender, and I think Toronto's a contender.
You know what you can do on the ice, but it was off the ice that Brad Treliving really heaped a lot of praise on you. He says you don't just have character, but you are a character. You've got a lot of personality. You're loud. It's a pretty quiet room. Can you talk a little bit about how your personality is going to fit in with some of these guys that have been here for a while?
Well, I think, I don't ever come into a locker room shy or quiet. I tend to come in and start chirping people right away, just to kind of get that over with. But, I think for me, I don't play a lot of minutes. I don't score a ton of goals. So a lot of, what I do is the physical play, the fighting, making sure guys, feel safe on the ice and, chirping and getting in guys' face. But, off the ice, for me, I take that very seriously. I like to plan the parties. I like getting the boys together. I like getting together on the road. I tend to drag everybody, if somebody, tends to not come to, events sometimes, I tend to just make sure everybody's there because it's really important. The best teams I've been are the teams that everybody is together all the time off the ice. The worst teams I've been on is when you have little cliques that hang out together and, you never really get the full group together. So I'm not exactly sure what the locker room is. I heard it's quiet, but I don't know if it's clicky or whatever. So if it is, then we can address it. If not, then, I've heard it's a great locker room. So, I think I'm just going to make sure that everybody's together all the time and dragging guys into, whatever we need to do to feel like a complete team.
Next up, we'll go to Terry Koshan, Toronto Sun. Go ahead, Terry.
Hey, Ryan, welcome to Toronto.
Thank you.
I just want to hear your dad's thoughts when you come into play in Canada, the first time you play for a Canadian team in the National Hockey League, and considering all the things that he did in Winnipeg, the Blue Bombers. What does your dad think of this?
He's excited. I think, my dad doesn't really ever care where I go, but I think he knows how much I want to win. When I called him and told him Toronto, he was excited because he knows the type of team that they have there. And, obviously he was a legend in Winnipeg. Hopefully I become a legend in Toronto. We'll see. But, that starts with winning a cup. I think everybody will be a legend if we win a cup there.
And Ryan, just I apologize, I just missed the first question, but what do you like about the core of this team? Specifically Austin, Willie, Mitch, and John.
Well, when you have those guys on a team, you have a chance to win a cup every year. Those are guys that can take over games, take over series very easily. And like I said, they got over that hump last year. They finally won that first round, and I think it was an emotional win for them. And now I think that now they know what it feels like to win. They got a taste of it, and I think we're going to start buzzing now. So that's what went into my decision making coming there. But I just like how this team's built. I think there's just a lot of star power that can take you places.
Thanks, Ryan.
Next up, we'll go to Luke Fox, Sportsnet. Go ahead, Luke.
Hey, Ryan, congratulations.
Thank you.
Just wondering, do you have any relationship or know many of the guys currently on the team?
I don't. I know Klingberg for the last, call it 3.5, 4 months, whatever it was from trade deadline. Just when he got traded there into the playoffs. Other than that, I don't think I know anybody else on the team. No. What
were your impressions of Klingberg in your short time with him?
I think he was great. I thought he, got up and down the ice very well. He, sorry, I'm cramping a little bit. I thought he's a guy who can break out the puck by himself very well. He brings the puck up into the offensive zone. If there's a turnover, he skates so well that he can get back and get back to support the D-man. So I just feel like he's a guy who gets up and down the ice very well. He's very good on the power play. He holds the puck and, he drags it across the blue line very well. He can really, he can really power play it up there. So I think he's going to be good for the power play. I think he's going to be great for the decor. You know, that's my impressions from the two couple, or 2 or 3 months I played against him.
And you mentioned that sometimes you use the same skating coach as Austin. Who is that coach?
No, so the New York Rangers skating coach. He lives in Arizona, and I think he skates with Austin sometimes.
Okay.
And right now, I usually skate with the guys in Vegas. But obviously, they went, they won the cup, so they were playing pretty late. So I doubt they're going to be on the ice as early as I want to be. So I might have to get down there. I still don't have a full plan about it yet, but I might have to get down there just to get on the ice with him.
And technically, what have you done to keep your stride up as you've gotten more experience in the league?
Well, I'm not going to the gym and just throwing around 120, 150 pound dumbbells anymore. I think back in the day when I came in the league, I was doing a lot more of that because every night I had a chance of fighting these 6'5" guys that I needed to be strong for. And I think when I came in the league, that was more my role. I was there to fight and hit, and I wasn't getting wasn't there for a lot of offense. It was a different NHL when I came into the league, but now I'm definitely a little smaller. I work a lot more on my foot speed. I do a lot more weighted vest stuff, a lot more jumps, a lot more sprints on the ice, sprints with weights around my ankles, a lot more turf work. I think I'm tailoring my training more towards speed. I'm a big guy, I'm not the fastest guy in the league, but I've gotten much faster over the years just because I've changed my style of training.